Okay, this is Tuesday, the 8th, 2019, and already 11 past 7 to 8 minutes, I'm sorry. Still around this old sickness, Buenos Aires. And still with the same struggles until we can handle it. Still my place, which it used to be my address, still the same and working it out. Realities are already completed. We have done it all, we have done it all. And we continue on working the way we said, the way I said. I won't stop, but yes, I'm gonna need a rest. Okay, there's one little sharing today. Still the way you want to know, I never connected the computer. No VPN, no Wi-Fi, no Bluetooth, no DNT, which gets recognized around here, and neither a USB or HDMI, sorry. And nothing like a LAN, just have been using on traffic of data, the micro SD, and I never downloaded with my phone or my mobile services, and nothing but my own accounts of photos and others, some clips that we have done long ago with the Galaxy Chat B5330L, and you remember purchases, MELECHIM, JHA'I, I love you so much. Serious, I love you purchases, I'm sorry. I'm not like that, I'm sorry. Further, the arguments of these diablos enfermos that you will rob to them, you will fortune for me, which continues on making a class of a sickness for it to work to them, whatever the possibility is, to confuse and manipulating and opportunistically anyone to associate to them to make the full business for them favor and to take shares. The sickness we know, nobody know, and for real. We have done the chat and we have good people working there. If any problem, we are going to help them. So the reality is expressly for what this is now, just whereas moment to polish the problems and having a very orders so we can continue. A reality is on my way. I had only 7 pesos from one day difference, Movistar Argentina, whereas second day over only 14 pesos, which the daily recover and taking from the services for what it is navigation. I have used only twice that service, and I had 130, 120 pesos or 160 2 days ago, and I have 7 pesos now, and I didn't use it. But making navigation and those twice times and nothing further. So the reality, even if there will be 4, is 14 pesos service for 50 megabytes service on prepay service that I got. On my line that supposedly still will be of Argentina or Argentina for some Argentina, so they work it out with this reinvented Alejandro Nicola Gomez, that continues on making the sickness and delivering that I will rob down the line and you will fret them up with me for we to keep, but it will be of the girls of the armed forces that I will rob them the voice with sorceries over them fantasies that they can make with me or with anybody else's, and I will rob them the witness style. And all I do and all I exist, and I will kill me myself because of Diablos Angelicas still has fever for the whole that greatly. Whatever vaginas and whatever rectums and whatever blowjobs and whatever testicles of them can really be holding for the possibility to take something from me, recognizing who I am with it. And delivering that they can denigrate me and then spit the blowjobs, or the word, about me will become me, the whole that they says I will be, with the bodies. So suddenly at this stage is exactly what we cut and continues on profaning and making of the degeneration, and it's a very different number at what it used to yesterday. But even though the reality of today is exactly the problems, we said no more. And they are going to die and go to hell. Now, eso es lo que me pienso, eso es lo que vos creíste que tenés Dios de hablar. Sorry for my terms. Abominables de guarda. Okay, expressly for what this is. Still with the whole of the problems, with the whole of the situations that you know, and still continues on making the same until the breath of them disgust and craves, but they are going to try. Alright, this is it, and continues on the same. On the reproducing, on the hearing, on the sensitivizing, on the he's doing and he's done, and we are seeing they are doing and hear us. Damn it. He presumes that he can be control of the element forces, and he imitates them. And they think that they're going to be on top of the humanity, taking the whole of my effort and our blood for they to feel themselves up surely and the enormous diamond that they are going to have. And whatever they desires that they can take from us. Diablo de mierda. Sorry, my terms. Okay. Let's make the reality the state is over. And it's only one connection that I got, and only add transference from my computer and just scanning, and nothing can come through. And we know it's exactly true. Alright, what I produce here, you got it, and you do the job, and what you can watch through and hearing through the ARC system for this Acer computer as 1.3 megabytes webcam with the microphone 2020 on the ARC Sony. You can check in the complete of the reality yourselves, you are doing daily, and I'm tired of this sickness and this diablos enfermas at the whole of the opportunism. Remember, we really have finished, and even here, have finished. Now that through this and the whole of the re-manipulating with the whole of the changelings that still happens, I'm on the watch only of one unique person and about the wheel of ADVAC'TZAEM to be happening and not further. So let's make the chat, and this is over. Okay, you wanted to share, you wanted we to share, I will share with you. I am devastated, I'm sorry, and I need nourish. And I need to get out of here, this is killing me. So sorry. Okay. Nella vacchia tu per le cava folle cava ishni la kimat al dechmat al budu lushfon be bafoba la vacchia al betachmat khatimot. What the? Okay, sorry. Ay la vacchia lo focha la yeta shela bat fayela khalkimo la bafol vedishkel bikrei. This is something, and there's money, and there's power, and there's positions, and there's houses, jewelry, and the whole of the glorious, prestigious crowns. And so they are going to do even that sickness, and you're going to see it soon. I'm sorry. Okay. The ridiculous. I'm sorry. And there's money, there's crowns, there's glory, there's prestige, and there's the diamond in earnest that I'm gonna have because of love that's gonna give me, and a lot of them is just a boner. Sorry, my parents. Okay, please pick and sodomize on the all of the fortune. The glance thinks all over and simplify. Sorry, the words, and the are protected under. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm nel poete, so le focha kemotlinga. Oh, moela poela kiela toelo atero echal kiam in la feia lo. Sorry, just turning around. Okay, the turkey hour has come, and whatever. Okay. Just a little bit, a couple of songs the way you want it only, nothing further, making some like we have been trying to do lately, some duet on my own for what is the male part and female part, so giving some expression toward whatever the radical some reminiscentials, some old hits around, or some famous songs that could be heard sometimes at a small school. What would today will come revivally and be introduced, or some exactly at the feature on my own. What will I do with as ever we can or not? Let's try something. You will remember, easy, not in Argentina or Latin America, but everybody heard. Soifek hoet leiniatzel Ba'erecha enle Simevoet el zechaike Teshlefo Emiet Kanba Zelu Voet Helaim Ki Amayim Feiloet Like Elei Voet Likrit Shelayem Nelaim Moet Voet Zehin Lai Sevoet Yenela Soai Nelai Komayat Nelai Voet Amiat Kedaya Shelet Voamechat Yimni Kelu Soachat Sem Shoelichiat Kelik Shalamo Hafoet Laya Soet Layoam Delo en miat hoachat Safo Elayim Keloem Im Selo Etel Shoelach Kreneng Chelak Halayov Amot Hatson Shoet La Nelo Afevo Efam Kilei Voechayineye Salut Voai Sodlem Fevo Kelain Kelu Emai Voem Seise Keloem Neatzah Soloy Voechayamea Henayavokai Satlechiev Voatesh Kenechayamaya Plemiev Hamot Kayatem Sholoev Hamkrechayotayoti Mailev Hoavonea Chayot Voachatem Shel Natsesh Voechayad Leyatet Kimuet Kilkremot She Amoim Voeya Amoim Voeye Amtah Moet Hakala Moechen Amneim Kelotem Shoch Nalabatzai Moet Hoani Hayam Hayat Avshu I'm a Hayatesh Nalabamoevo and I am Kelor However, Kenech Hayati Seshelo Voakala Seshelo Voel Imnaya Lekrebo Social Menkebo Elakami Sorry Salavoet Snallavoet and Moet Solem and love it back my Kelmo and Vomer. May the Lord see us, no love I'm sorry, little fails, and that is the song that you have on your screens. Just one description, book MELECHIM. Okay, sorry for this. And the reality of with news, with no producer, exactly. Precious always other answers, but alright. She were and she will be ever treasured, and so will ever be. Okay, I'm sorry for the mess and the disasters in the whole. That never had happened. Alright, just the usual. Okay, and what this will do. How if come back. So I swear I have the in cremo and I cannot hold my en grandma health the catcher no more so nella volta mermatu Yalenka voasha Previous the last of the problems she had launched this autumn, and she was really hurt. She was really with problems and feeling terrible. And this was like a moment that she could found one epiphanic self through. Never could fulfill one similar expectation, which were some private reality. I'm not going to say, we're not going to discuss it, but the situation where she had been feeling very bounded with all of the damages and the threats of United Evangelicals and their bodies all over, that she had given money for them. A reality is because of she was being cursed, and not only cursed, but also for the reason of she will become native, and they will never send her to be destroyed, because of she won't help the Lord against the beast, which would be me. In Argentina, we're at the top of the head of this, the generations are over. And it's not like with praying, and the twins, Carnival and Cabrera. And I'm sorry for this, it's not, it's not a damage that I'm doing, it's not a defamation, not an information, not a lie, and never a cheat. And now, the reality of current horror, Babylonian, what exactly permanently doing this types of things. And in this moment, she had been harassed permanently and threatened, and with this menace all over, she had been bounded terribly and needed a moment for what it would be breathed, what is living through. And at this moment she had been with Sissy Winans in Precious for JHA'I, for real, the same her. And she had been with Donnie Brandon, that had been working with her to try to support her, to comfort her, and trying to help her through. And in the moment she started to making some sapping around over what the realities of views on life, and she started singing one eventual radical improvisation, and improvising with a piano, and improvising with him, with Brandon and Tylee. And Tylee had been there with them, and started to making this song, and we're only piano and behind one simple Charleston cymbal, sounding as if that would be a blues moment. And in the instant she started to sing the reality of what her need, and in this moment everything changed radically. But she couldn't take it over, and she had been in a very sunk anguish and so much pain that were difficult to sustain the moment, and have been having those murders that we know, which is not lie. And she were murdered, the same Herb Dalton, and the same Robin, and the same Michael Jackson, and the same George Michael, and the same David Bowie, and the same much other. They were murdered. Were not suicides, were not eventual realities for no class of descriptions on the screens. They were murdered. The same much other. And this reality is, I'm not sure to say a tribute, but I want to remind her. And I want to remind us. And this doesn't have to happen anymore. Alright, I set you with this for today. This is already 2:33, and we continue the chat. We continue working. We are going to make the chat. We're going to make this to work somehow. And I'm so sorry for everything. I love you all so much, and let's make this feel worth it. This is every one of us. Please take it. And I'm sorry. I love you all. I love you. Yirahzoz. I love you, MELECHIM. I love you, MELECHIM. I adore you. ADVACH'TZAEM. I love you. I love you, dears. ADVACH'TZAEM, princesses. I love you. I love you all so much. Okay.